Brad Williams, Excel Prime. Find the relative number of duplicate verified name in a list. If it exists, we're going to use the row function twice in order to pick through this list over here. And we're going to, for successful, we may get an output. You're going to see based on this F9, again, the reason why I put F9 in here, so we can see the variations. So what we're trying to do is match this lookup name, the first position, if it exists. What row is it? You can see Jim and Jim and Jim. We want the first relative row, and it's going to be row 2 using this formula. Here we have this other formula. Notice Control-Shift-Enter for those of you who have older versions of Excel. Here is the row verified minus min row. Here's our logical test. Value, if true, we're not triggering any value of false. Small just looks at this entire array, identifies this first position. So it's going to take all of this data here, and it's going to go false 2, false 4, false 6. Number 2, the first position. Now let me explain how this works. It says if verified, our name range is B5. It's our name. If it's saying is equal to E5, in this case Jim, then go ahead and find that particular position or row number. What are we doing here? We have row verified. Well, we know verified is this list here. We're going to take row verified. So let's just break this thing apart. Row verified is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Look at the second piece here. Row verified min row. Here's min. Look at this list and give me min. We're just going 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, minus 5. Then what are we doing? We're going to add 1. Pretty simple. It looks complicated until you break it down. You go, well, that's pretty obvious. If that number exists, small is just going to go and give us the small number. Here, F9, you can see, for those of you who are wondering why we get these green triangles up here, it's because this sheet was protected. I unprotected it. Nothing's locked right now. So if I go in, I have to protect the sheet. If it bothers you, you just go into review, protect sheet, and you don't have to put in a password and watch. You just go, okay, here we go. If we continue hitting, we're going to see Steve, number 2, look for Steve. And if there's a Steve, 3. A 1, Mike, well, you can see there's only 1 Mike. And yeah, I could go in here and put an if error and put a comment, but that's not the point. The point is to make sure you guys can see this flow. This other, what's the difference between this and this? Well, we have if verified equals, well, we're doing the same thing, minus 4. Here we have minus 4 F6. Break this down, hit F9, and just keep hitting F9 and see if they equate, and they do. Over here, this formula is based on the small function, which returns the nth smallest value from a list of values corresponding to a row numbers. The if statement has filtered the row numbers by applying the logic for a match. If compares each value in the name range verified to the value in B5, generating the following list. True, false, 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 true, true, or whatever it is, because this is all random. The value, if true, is a list of relative row numbers created by this code. That's what we just tore apart here. This is the resulting list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is, remember, here is the outcome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as shown here. Here, we have a if test that returns a list of results, where the if function acts as a filter. Only row numbers that correspond to a match are retained, while the remainder returns false. This is the outcome. 1, false, 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 5, 7. The number 1, 5, and 7 match up to the list location of, in this case, it'll be name, not yellow. Finally, the small function returns the nth smallest item in this list, disregarding false values. I'll show you again. We'll go in here and we'll hit this array. We have, see, 1 false, false, 7. What does small do? Returns the case smallest value. This one, you're going to need to work on. The logic is there, the putting it in place. You're going to sharpen your pencil on the next five row and column examples in this tutorial. Brad Williams, XL Prime.